Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. We are going to do a multiple day lab next. And Annabelle is so excited. Can you show them what you have? What did you Oh, not in your mouth. This one involves gummy bears. So this goes along with our cells unit that we have started. And we are going to determine or see in action one of your vocabulary words, osmosis. And so what we have here is, can you show them a gummy bear? We can't keep eating them. We got to have some for our lab. We have just a simple little gummy bear. He's cute. Oh, Ethan would like one too. So we have a simple little gummy bear. You chew that good, buddy. If we were doing this in school, I would have you use a ruler and measure the 3 dimensions of your bear. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trace my bear almost like just get his size. So I'm tracing him while he's laying on his back. And I'm going to trace him. Hold on. You can't eat this one. This one we're going to use. I'm going to trace him from a side view as well. So I have those, and that's going to be my documentation for what was the starting size of my gummy bear. Oh, no. You have to get a different one from the bag. So our first part of the experiment, I just have a little clear glass, and we're going to put him in there, and we're going to put tap water. This lab does call for testing both distilled water and tap water, and I'm just going to use what I have on hand, which works as well to still be able to see results. So he's in there. I'm going to submerge him in some tap water. So he's now swimming. And we're going to let him sit overnight. And we're going to see what happens tomorrow when we tune back in. So that's really all I have for today's part of it. We'll come back with next results, and we'll go from there. So, Annabelle, we have to say goodbye already. Can you say goodbye?
Hi.
The fun part with the gummy bears is eating them. Right, Annabelle? All right, we are on day 2. Say 2?
2.
Of our gummy bears. 2. And remember, we took our gummy bear and we just put it in regular water. And now we're going to see what's happened. So this is where I got to be careful that my little scientist doesn't touch. I removed the bear from the water. And it is big now. Annabelle's snacking on the other gummy bears. So let's talk about what actually happened here. The water concentration outside the gummy bear was different than what was inside. And the cell, or the gummy bear, wanted to be equal. So it wanted the same amount of water level on the inside concentration versus the outside. And so it absorbed water. The water went into our gummy bear and made it grow. And remember, yesterday I did a picture of our gummy bear. Now he's wet, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult. And they start to fall apart during this stage. So I'm going to try to trace them even though it's a little bit wet. So there he is. Woo, he's falling apart. You can see now that he has gotten much bigger. Yes, I know it barely looks like a gummy bear, but believe me, it is. We're going to try another experiment with this same gummy bear, and we're now going to try salt water. We have a lot of gummy bear consumption going on. So I have water in my cup today, and we're going to see what would happen if now I have a concentration of salt water. I'm going to dump a good chunk of salt in there.
No.
Yep, and we need to stir it up. Can you get us a spoon, Annabelle? We need a spoon.
Mine, me.
You stir it. Stir the salt water. Okay, oopsies. Got a little too excited in our stirring.
Mine.
Nope, all done now. Thank you. One more. Oh, good job. Okay, and we're going to put our little Mr. Gummy Bear back into the water. Oh, we can't touch because he's so fragile. You can have one of those ones. I'm going to soak him overnight now, too. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully you're making your predictions of what you think is going to occur. Do you see him swimming? Oh, he's in the water. Predictions of what you think is going to happen next. So we did regular water. He got really big, took in the water to try to level out the concentration. And now we're going to see what happens with salt water. move that before my scientist grabs it. So we are modeling osmosis here. We're showing that movement of fluid in and out of a cell, or our gummy bear is what we're using as our cell. So thanks for watching us. Hi, everybody. Can I say hi, Annabelle? No? Okay. We are on our last day of our gummy bear experiment. So we've removed our gummy bear from the salt water, and I actually already did the tracing since this is going to be take 2 for us. And he got a little bit smaller, but he is not as small as the original size. So what was happening here is we're seeing osmosis happening where water is flowing in. You set it down. In and out of our gummy bear cell that they want it to be equal concentration of water, and then this time it was equal concentration of that salt water mixture. So more water came out of our gummy bear since our water was so salty this time. So that's osmosis, and the reason that they want to balance out is another vocabulary term called diffusion. You saying hi? So those two are coming together. Scientists have given up on this experiment. We are over the gummy bears. You could play around with this experiment too. You could start with a saltwater mixture and see if that changes your results. You could try different materials than water and salt water and see what kind of effect that has on your gummy bears. So I have another cell video we are working on that we'll share with you next, but here are the gummy bears seeing that movement of material in and out of our gummy bear cell. All right, see ya.